but I know who you are. I know the truth. I know you shot my dog. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it's chilly outside today. Well, I'm gonna shoot straight with you. I'm gonna be honest. It's not a clickbait title. I absolutely 100% confronted the person I believe that shot bear with an arrow. So the holidays are here, and it is a busy season for us. And there's just so much going on. And as we've mentioned in previous videos, DJ and I and the whole family have been essentially living here at the merch building for a little while. Well, we kind of somewhat live where we work lately because of some construction at home. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. I am so thankful that we have these amazing mattresses here at the merch building to get a good night's sleep on, because that's what we're used to sleeping on at home. And with the holidays being here, so many friends and family travel, and we'll have friends and family coming in, and this gives them a great place to get a good night's rest. And Helix Sleep offers a lineup of over 20 unique mattresses, and they've just recently released their whole line of mattress toppers. More on that in a minute. So no matter what your sleep needs are, Helix has a way of finding a mattress that fits you. And the way it works is you go on their website, and they have their sleep quiz. It's a questionnaire. You fill it all out, and they will partner you with the exact mattress to fit your needs. So like here at the merch building, we got mattress protectors on all these and everything, but this is the Helix Dusk Luxe. Earl loves it. So the way it works with Helix, once you've picked out your perfect mattress, you order it online. It ships conveniently to your front door in a box, all rolled up. You bring it in, cut it open, and poof, you got a brand new mattress. It also comes with a 120-night sleep trial and free shipping in the U.S. Can't beat that, can you, Kelsey? We don't do free shipping. Hey, thanks for that. And as I said earlier, even if you're not looking for an entire new mattress, or if you're not ready to upgrade, or you don't want to spend that much, Helix has an entire line of mattress toppers, and they're also customized to fit your needs. Now, if your needs are rowdy and rambunctious GSP, well, I don't know which mattress topper to get you, but the Helix website will guide you in the right direction. So comfy, Kelsey? Oh, nap time over? So a huge thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check them out, head over to helixsleep.com/armsfamily to take advantage of their extended Cyber Monday sale and get 20% off site-wide. So I'm sure most of you are familiar with the situation of what happened, but just a few weeks ago, Bear and Earl bolted while I was gone. They took off on an adventure, and my wife was here with some guys that were working on our house. Earl, what are you doing? No, get off of there. Go. They took off on an adventure. My wife was here with some guys that were, she was actually talking to the people that were supposed to paint our bathroom. We're in the middle of a bathroom remodel. Our contractor said the painters will be there Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, for about 3 weeks on end. More on that later. It has been painted, but anyways, I found Bear when I got home down by the barn with an arrow sticking out of his shoulder. You guys know the story. We had the veterinary come out, ended up having to put Bear down, remove the arrow, had a little bit of evidence. We do live next to a public hunting area, and it was archery season. During rifle season, there's a lot of folks that hunt our public hunting area around us. During archery season, there's only a few. And there's one main parking area nearby where anybody that's going to hunt that public hunting area near us parks and walks in. And over the last several years, there have really only been a few people that bow hunt there consistently. There's one truck that's parked in that spot, I would say 25 different days throughout the season. And the same guy has hunted the same area for many years. Now, It doesn't make anybody guilty. It doesn't prove anything. But it gave me an idea of where to start, okay? But I didn't know who this person was. Talked to some friends in the area. Ended up getting a name. Older guy, probably in his early 60s, I'm guessing. I had a name and a picture. But through deductive reasoning, some friends and I decided the arrow that we pulled out of bear, the broadhead that the guy was shooting, or person was shooting, was called a thunderhead. Well, I may go grab that. This is the exact arrow that was used to end bear's life, essentially. So this is a broadhead that's called a thunderhead. That's the brand, the type of broadhead it is. A fixed blade, 3-blade broadhead made for shooting deer, large game, whatever it is. Not meant for dogs, let's just say that. But that's a thunderhead. Thunderhead broadheads were very popular in the 90s. Okay, this is an arrow that shot out of a, more than likely a compound bow. Can't prove that, but not a crossbow. Crossbow shoots what's called a bolt. They're bigger in diameter, thicker. So probably, one thing that led us to believe an older gentleman, probably shooting an old school broadhead. A lighter arrow. Just to be honest, he shot a dog and was not able to get a complete pass through on a dog. This is meant to harvest deer, shoot through bones. If you can't pass through, can't get a complete pass through on a dog, it's probably a light poundage bow. So old school broadhead, light poundage bow, hunting in a public hunting area on a Wednesday morning. A lot of things led us to believe, okay, this might be an older retired person. Can't prove that, but not many young guys with careers are out hunting archery season on a Wednesday morning. Not many young, newer generation hunters are using thunderheads. They were very popular in the 90s. Now they're like a Walmart brand, essentially. Low-end broadhead. Nothing wrong with them. They still work. Okay, so a lot of indicators pointed towards probably an older gentleman shot bear. Listen, I'm trying to have a conversation. Quit being so loud, okay? All right, good talk. Now, after the incident with bear, I did reach out to the chief park ranger, who is actually a good friend of mine. I've known him for years. And he talked to the other rangers and the game warden. So since this is a public hunting area, it is 100% illegal to shoot a dog on the public hunting area in Oklahoma, in that national park public hunting area. Unless you're in fear of danger, in fear of, your safety, then you could get away with it. But just because a dog is chasing off your deer does not give you the right. Actually, it's illegal on the public hunting area to shoot a dog for that reason. But nevertheless, well, the ranger said this guy that I'm talking about, the gentleman that I talked to, had reached out to the Park Service rangers weeks or months prior due to some stray dogs in the area causing problems. I have pictures of at least 6. I've shown on video more than once, multiple dogs roaming the area. So he's not wrong. Okay. I'm just trying to be fair here, not be a jerk. So he's not wrong there. He did do the right thing and reach out to the Park Service and say, hey, I'm having problems with stray dogs. I totally understand that. I'm with you. So we do know the guy's hunting in that area. I know that there are no other neighbors around me that are really hunting at all, but especially bow hunting. He was in there the day that bear was shot. This fits all of his description. A lot of things, okay? Well, yesterday, my family and I went to church, and then we went to eat at a local Mexican restaurant, and I'm sitting by the window, and a truck pulls in and parks, and I'm like, that looks like that little single cab pickup. The front license plate has deer hunting, it's a little decorative plate on the front. It's got to do with deer hunting, bow hunting. I'm like, I could feel my heart rate elevating instantly. I knew who was in that truck. Gentleman comes in and sits down at a table with 2 ladies, and trying to enjoy my meal, but my heart rate and my blood pressure are just elevating. And my family picks up on it pretty quick. And my wife's like, what is wrong with you? I said, listen, I'm fixing to go talk to this man. I'm about 99% sure he shot bear. He's not going to admit to it. But the type A male side of me, the former state trooper for 14 years, said, now I'm going to go confront this guy. So I finished my meal. He's sitting at the table, and I walked over, had a conversation, a peaceful conversation, laid out all the reasons why I think he shot bear. Now, he did not admit to it. He would be admitting to a felony if he did. I said my piece. He promised me he didn't shoot my dog. That doesn't mean I believe it. Doesn't mean I'll ever believe it. It doesn't mean... It doesn't make him guilty. But in my book, in my world, in my brain, he's got a lot of evidence that points towards him. And even if he does admit to shooting bear, it's not going to bring bear back. I had a lot of different things running through my mind over the last couple weeks, and I had talked to a lot of people, and I talked to a lot of friends that said, I'd go stick that arrow in his tire the next time he's parked in that public hunting area. Or I'd go cut his tree stand down, or I'd cut the straps off his tree stand, or I'd go sit at the bottom of his tree every time he's hunting. Or I would find him at the gas station in town, and he wouldn't be able to walk when he got done. Then I had this other friend that I talked to. And his name's Donovan. He's actually the guy that we used to go to Florida and blow gun hunt iguanas with. He's moved to Oklahoma since. And I talked to him one day and was telling him a story, and he said, don't do anything stupid. Let the light of Jesus shine through you, through this situation. And I was just like, oh, it made me want to bite that arrow in half. Just, he's right. He's right. I have friends that have said he'd probably walk with a limp the rest of his life if he shot my dog. Then I also have the friend that says, you love Jesus, you love people. Jesus loved people. Jesus said, love your neighbor and bless those that curse you and love your enemy, and all these things that are really hard to remember when you're pulling something like this out of your dog that you just had to put down. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Nothing I do, nothing I say can bring bear back. He's never going to admit to it, but I spoke my mind. I said my piece. I told him what I thought. I shook his hand, and I walked out of that restaurant, and I showed my family that I wasn't going to do anything stupid. I let my kids watch the whole situation. There was no screaming. There was no arguing. There was a simple, grown-up, adult conversation between two men. I don't have to agree with what he said. I don't have to believe what he said. But I'm not going to be stupid. So, it's closed. It's done. That chapter in my world is finished. Now, I may have some things to remember down the road and some things to consider and some lessons learned on maybe two different sides, I hope. But I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to show any pictures because I can't prove anything. But I know who you are. I know the truth. I know you shot my dog. And I don't want it to happen again for any reason. It's not okay. And it's over. So, it's hard. We've got to move on. It just is what it is. I hope all of you understand. I've had hundreds of emails and messages and comments, and everybody's torn up over the loss of bear, but we can't bring him back. We just move forward. And speaking of moving forward, I need to go to the merch building and do some work and help my wife get some things knocked out. What are you doing? You supposed to be on the couch like that? What's he doing? while I'm here, might as well give you a few updates. We've got some issues in Merchland. We'll just say that. We'll just say we've got some issues over here in Merchland. First off, we started getting some emails about orders that were placed when we first launched our Christmas launch, about orders that people weren't getting, right? Like from December or from November, like 14th, 15th time frame.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So here we are starting the second week in December, and folks are just now emailing saying we didn't get our package. So DJ and I came over here yesterday and did some digging on the computer and found some problems, right?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, your hair looks different.
Yeah, I straightened it again.
Where'd all the red go?
I mean...
It's still kind of red. Where'd all the blonde go?
I mean, I just darkened it. You know, here's what my issue is. I think I want to do something different. And I do it, and then I don't want to keep up with it. I don't want to do the maintenance.
Remember that if you ever start looking for another man.
Jeez.
It's just cheaper to keep her
I'm
sometimes.
not training a new one.
It's cheaper to keep him. You're not training a new one?
No.
Good. Okay, so explain to the fine citizens what you did so wrong.
Well, technically,
What are y'all doing? Okay, technically
I didn't do it wrong, but when I batch printed orders, there was a whole bunch that did not print that I didn't realize didn't print.
Well, hang on. Now, Shopify, the computer system told us they printed. It shows they printed.
The system thinks they printed.
Yeah, but they did not.
But they did not. So upon a lot of research and we figured it out. We went in and we printed all of those that didn't actually print.
And it's really difficult for us to find that.
Yeah.
So what happens is we fulfill those orders. We buy a shipping label, hit print. It prints everything out. You know, we print them at batches of 50. And when we have 4 or 5 people in here working, we go through like 400 orders a day on a good day, or maybe more. When I'm here working, it's probably more like 500 or 600. Okay. So randomly, Shopify would miss. Like it would say it printed out, you know, order number 399-500 through 399-550. But randomly in there, number 33 might be missing, or number 41. And we didn't catch that. So we had about 50 orders that, according to Shopify, printed. According to Shopify, we bought a label for, a shipping label. Mm-hmm. It just never printed. Well, looking at our system, it shows everything's good until 2-3 weeks later when the customer has an email that says a shipping label was created and it has a tracking number and everything. It's just never got scanned by the post office.
Yeah.
And that makes it very difficult and time consuming to figure out. So there's about 50 of you folks that made an order mid-November, and your order is on its way. Even though we are technically sold out of chocolate covered pecans, milk chocolate pecans, sandbar pecans, those orders never went out. So we were like, wait a minute, we've got more here that didn't get shipped. What's going on? We always save some back stock, but we're getting it straightened out. If you placed an order through armsfamilyhomestead.com and you don't get it within about 10 days, something's wrong, okay? We're not that far behind. When we get 1,000 orders in, we get 4 or 5 folks in here working, and we get caught up within a few days.
Yeah.
Except right now. And that very moment right now is all your fault.
Well, how's it my fault?
It's not. I was just trying to see if I could get a reaction. It's because of the bear tees. So we did a pre-order on bear tees, right? Yes. Which now we included... That tape gun's very loud. We've included youth sizes. People were asking about youth sizes. Yes. So we've included that. We're about 600 or 700 orders behind right now because we did the bear pre-sale. Those t-shirts, which it's actually what I'm wearing right now. Look at him. Ain't he pretty? Where'd you go? I couldn't find you in the camera. You disappeared. The bear t-shirts are on pre-order. Those are just ones that we have. We always save a couple back in stock in case we mess up an order, because that happens from time to time. But the pre-sale is still going on through Friday, whatever date that is.
The 12th.
The 12th. Yeah, that's what I said. In adult and youth sizes. Those orders will not ship until after Christmas, because we don't have the t-shirts here to ship them to you. Hey, keep it down. So they will be like early January. So if you place an order for anything else with a bear shirt, you're not going to get it before Christmas.
Correct.
So if you need something before Christmas, make an order on its own. Okay? All right, I got to go to work. Y'all are doing great. Any other merch updates before I go? No? Okay, goodbye. Look at this. Look, just look. This is a little church by where we live. I actually grew up in that little church. See their sign right here? Central Baptist Church. Look at this. I'm pulling here. Some yahoo. That's part of living in the country, I guess, but some yahoo ran over the church sign on purpose. There's no doubt. I mean, they 100% on purpose blew through the church sign. And I've always thought this was cool. I like seeing this. So we don't go to church here, but you're now entering the mission field. So when you pull out their driveway, their sign when you leave is, you're now entering the mission field. But really, now, come on, folks. And I'm fairly certain that's not the only thing some bad word person did over the weekend. Look, I got two hats on. We've been staying off and on at the merch building. We're trying to move back home. I'll show you our bathroom when I get home, maybe, but I'm gonna go show you something else real quick. This just infuriates me. So this morning, after I dropped Houston off at school, I thought, well, low fuel. I need to put some fuel in my truck. Didn't even realize that. Anyways, dropped Houston off at school, and I thought, I'm going to go look for some ducks at our local public hunting area where we like to come duck hunt when it's cold. We always come down here a few times a week this time of year just to check things out, whether we're hunting or not. And you guys have seen this place many times. It's a public area on our local lake. And probably the same person that decided to be a great idea to blast through and tear up the church entrance sign there also made an appearance down here, it looks like. First, I need to look and see if there's any ducks down here. What are those little birds? I don't think they're ducks. Oh yeah, maybe there's a couple ducks up. No, I see some killdeer running around. What are the two in the back? Not ducks. I don't think. Should have brought some binoculars. I think those are all killdeer out wading around. This little spot tends to catch a lot of ducks once it really freezes over. Once you get the ponds and stuff all froze over, it's a pretty good spot. Mr. Beaver's been here. So here's what I was talking about. I mean, it's just a little gravel road, but somebody came in and just, well, they left their beer box, but all around this area, just off-roading, mud and tearing things up. It goes back over there. You can see they did donuts around over there, throwing mud all over the place. Just, you know, making public access places less open to the public. When people do this crap, I hate it. You know, this is a spot that doesn't really get a lot of traffic. It's way out in the middle of nowhere, but this is a national park. This is a public hunting area, a public lake. And then you get people coming in here, trashing places out. Usually there's 15 or 20 beer cans scattered, but get down here playing in the mud and just tearing crap up and making it harder for other people to access, and more likely for the park to close public access because some folks don't know how to take care of things. Irritates the fire out of me. And also, there's no ducks anywhere. No ducks anywhere. We're gonna have to go somewhere else and find ducks. Excuse me. Move. 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 Get in the back. Get in the back. Get in the back. Come on, come on, come on, everybody out. And while I'm on the subject of duck hunting, Houston ain't smooth up with duck hunting right now. Like, deer season's kind of winding down for him. In Oklahoma, you're allowed to harvest 2 bucks. Now, he could still go out and harvest, I think, 5 or 6 does. So if we find some folks that need some meat for the freezer, we may harvest a couple does. Our freezer's kind of full at the moment. But that means he's transitioning into duck hunting because, well, technically yesterday was the last day of rifle season in Oklahoma for deer. Our archery season will carry on through mid-January. There is a holiday antlerless season for about 4 or 5 days that you can harvest does with a rifle. But for the most part, deer season's kind of winding down for Houston. He has migrated over to waterfowl. And I may take you over and show you his duck blind that him and Jacoby built at the pond in a little while. They've only got to hunt out of it one time, and we just don't have the duck numbers here. But this past weekend, Crandall from the Eldridge fam called and said, hey, I've got a public spot on Lake Texoma where our lake house is. Way back up in the river where mud flats are, there's a lot of ducks moving in. So we packed up, left the house at like 4:30 in the morning and said, we're going duck hunting with Crandall. $4:45 in the morning. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 boxes in there. Do you want to go one?
Yeah, take the 20 gauge box out. We don't need that.
I'll strip that one out.
Grabbing decoys, grabbing waders, everything but the quacker whacker. Not taking our own boat, but we got about an hour drive ahead of us to go do some duck hunting. First morning after the split, we're gonna go kill some ducks. Public land duck hunting this morning.
Yes.
It's fend for yourself. Better wear a tactical vest, bulletproof vest. Be ready to go. Because it's a wild world out there on public land. Charlie wants to go on a bird hunt. 10 till 5 in the morning. You excited?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
I know.
See the waterfall?
Nope.
No, not today. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Made it to our destination, Houston. Eventually, finally found it.
Yeah.
Getting your early morning workout? Yeah?
You'll be nice and warm by the time we get there. Yeah. It'll all be worth it when we shoot 1 duck.
You bet. That first duck falls out of the sky, you'll forget about it. And then 2 hours later, when you hadn't shot another one, you'll remember.
And you gotta make the want that.
And as you can see, that didn't really pan out. We tried. We saw a fair number of ducks. It was unbelievably foggy all morning long. And one duck was harvested. A few more were shot at, but it was kind of slow. Let me go show you our bathroom, because we started a bathroom remodel September, I believe. It was going to take 3 weeks. Now 3 months later, hey, we're almost done. And this is the main reason we've been staying at the merch building off and on, well, for the most part, for about almost a week, because our contractor hired some painters. He said they're the best around, and they did an excellent job. But they were here last Monday, and he said, oh, they'll be done in a day. Well, it took them 5, and they sprayed everything, so you had all the lacquer, all the paint, everything. The fumes were just almost unbearable. But we do now have a completely remodeled closet. There used to be a hot water heater that sat in here that took up a lot of our closet. We've gone to a tankless system, got rid of that in here. DJ picked out the colors for the vanity and the cabinets and stuff. Went with that little light blue color. We do have a brand new shower with 2 different shower controls, so my wife doesn't scald me anymore. Kept our original bathtub, but just redid everything. Needs to be cleaned. We have a few more details. Need handles and knobs, a mirror, a vanity light, racks for or the bars for the closet. But other than that, it's about done, guys. Hey, Izzy. You find you a warm spot? Laying in the sun on that warm hood. That diesel engine got my hood all warmed up for you. So, while I know it may not be the outcome or the answer that a lot of folks hoped for, I did confront the guy that I still believe shot bear with an arrow. I'm not going to fight somebody over it. I'm not going to blow up. I'm not going to get mad. As easy as it would be to cause a scene, technically I don't have proof. I have a lot of evidence that points in the, not general direction, points directly at one person. He knows the truth. I don't know the truth completely. I have a lot of evidence, a lot of reasons to believe I know who did it, and I spoke my mind, and I don't feel bad about it. But in the end, I think Donovan was right. It wouldn't do me any good to cause a big scene, to do anything stupid. I think Donovan and his advice of let Jesus' light shine is probably the best advice ever. It's probably the best course of action. Should I take it more serious and do more? I don't think so. I do take it serious, but I mean, should I go after somebody? Absolutely don't think so. I don't think it's going to do a bit of good. I don't think it's going to accomplish anything. As I said earlier, I spoke my piece, and unless something comes out, unless something changes, I may have to go back and apologize, but I don't think that's going to be the case, because I think I can 100% believe in my heart I spoke my piece with the person that ran an arrow through my dog. And he knows it, and I know it. No matter how many times he denies it, because nobody's going to just flat-foot sit there with other people at the table and admit to a felony, first off, but admit to shooting someone's dog like that for no good reason. It's not going to happen. I'm at peace with it. And I hope that a lot of you out there that reached out to me that had broken hearts just like we did can be at peace with it. Because I think it's done. It's over. And I don't see anything else coming out of it. Nothing good is going to come from this if we keep pursuing it. So, on to the next thing. I'm just going to tell you, it's a duck hunting adventure. On to the next duck hunting adventure. It's going to be a busy couple weeks for us. I'm going to say that. Christmas season's coming. Christmas is almost here. And we are going to be doing some different things. Doing some things that our family hasn't done together in many years. We're definitely going to be doing some duck hunting. I can't wait for Christmas break when Houston's out of school, because I know he's going to want to be in the woods. He's going to want to be on that boat when it's hopefully below freezing, because that'd be the best ideal scenario. If we can get some cold weather to come in, push some ducks that are migrating from the northern states down here into Oklahoma, into southern Oklahoma, get some really cold weather, get some ponds freezing over, pile all those ducks on the lake, and then we're going to jump in our little aluminum boat and go get on the water. Sounds like the right thing to do. So, also, I will say, when we were out with Crandall, I know somebody's going to be harping on us because Houston didn't have on a life jacket. They didn't see Houston in a life jacket. What you didn't see was we were in about 6 inches of water. Matter of fact, most of the time, Houston and I were out walking next to the boat. We were just using the boat as a sled to get all of our stuff into where we were going. It could float Crandall by himself, but when we came out, Houston and I walked down the shore more than we rode in the boat because of all of our stuff, plus all the Crandall stuff. He put a mud motor on that boat the night before. He drove down to Texas and picked up this motor and then came back, installed it on the boat, never went to bed. And we went hunting. But literally, we didn't even need waders for the most part. We could have done it in rubber boots. So, we were safe. So I guess I say all of that to say this. Do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know. It just might change the world. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.